This is John Martinka. Today I want to talk to you about, is it players or plays, writers or stories, strategy or people? In sports, there's the ongoing argument, is it the play called or the players who run the play? Sports fans who play video games think it's nothing but the play called because on video games, that's all there is. But in real life, you can have the best play, but if the other team outperforms your players, that play isn't going to work. Writers or stories? A great story doesn't need a writer. But what about the other 99.9% or more of stories? A good writer can make that story come alive. In fact, a good writer can create the story. That's what we call fiction. Writers are more important than the stories. And what about in business or technology? Recent example. Went to one of our banks and I go to the ATM, and every time I go to the ATM, I get the same thing. It takes my card and it says, wait while we check your preferences. And then it says on the screen, would you like English or Spanish? Well, if it knew my preferences, it would know that I want English. And then it comes and asks me how much cash I want in $20 increments, but makes me put in enough to put zeros to the right of the decimal point. Some person, not the technology, a person, didn't program it to remember preferences, didn't program it to realize there's no change given, so why do we need decimal points? It's anything in business, it comes down to the people. It's the players, it's the writers, it's the people. And you can have the best strategy, but if you don't have the people to implement it, that strategy is useless. And in my book, If They Can Sell Pet Rocks, Why Can't You Sell Your Business? It's the strategy for preparing an exit plan so you can exit with style, grace, and more money. Remember, it's always about the people. It's what a business buyer told a business seller recently. When the seller didn't want the buyer talking to any of his employees, he said, you may think I'm buying your company, but I'm really buying your people. This is John Martinka. Players or plays, writers or stories, and most importantly, business, strategy, or the people, and it's always the people.